aspects of his people, and that's to show that love to one another. Because that's what's going to build the love, the unity, and that's also what's going to help build your faith. We're going to bring out this precept to prove that. Because a lot of brothers, they feel like they can be in this walk by themselves. You know, they don't even gotta have any type of communication, no type of love, don't gotta gather or congregate, fellowship with their own people. You know, they want to be sheltered off, but it's a different ball game. Just like football, basketball, it's a team sport. We're gonna blow the trumpet before we go into these scriptures. But this battle, this war that we are fighting in, it's like football and basketball, man. It's a team sport. It's a team sport, man. This is not one man gonna come and overthrow Babylon by himself. It's not one man that's gonna be in the kingdom. The Most High didn't just seal one and only one person. It's a team sport, man. This is nation. He said at the end times, nations are going to be up against other nations. But the Most High God, he has a nation. He has his own nation. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. So, matter of fact, start at Deuteronomy 1 and 1, then we're going to go to 7 and 6. So we can see who the Most High God's nation is. And we're going to see where they rank up against the other nations when this all happens. Deuteronomy 1 and 1, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse number 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. To all Israel.
So Moses is speaking to all Israel in Deuteronomy, right? He's speaking to them, and let's see what he said to them, chapter 7, verse 6. Let's see what he said to the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, native indigenous people, Hispanics. Let's see what he said.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse number 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So holy means set apart. So you are not like the rest of the other nations. You're not like the rest of the people. You're not a heathen. You are set apart.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So we're above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So if you ask me, where does the nation of Israel rank against the so-called Ammonites, the so-called Moabites, the so-called Javanites, the so-called Edomites? We're ranked above all people. We are above all people, but it's not because we're just that great. The Most High made us that great. He chose us, and he exalted us. Through this doctrine, through these laws, statutes, and commandments, he exalted us. He set us apart. He said, go let them live however way they want to live, but y'all got to live this way. They can eat whatever they want, I don't care, but y'all going to eat this way. This is the way I need y'all to walk, because I need y'all to be exalted. So we rank above all people, right? So how come the smallest thing, like showing your brother some love, man, having your brother back, is something that we just can't do as a nation, man? That's that teamwork. That's that chemistry. And we gonna get into that. You got that precept for me? All right, bring it up.
1 John 4 and 20. If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
He is a liar. So if you one of those Israelite brothers who say, man, I love God and keep all the commandments, but yeah, I don't mess with that brother, man. I don't know why. It's just something about him. I don't like him. You ain't got no love for your brother, man. Oh yeah, I love God. I'm following all the commandments, but that congregation over there, man, F them. You know, we don't talk to them. If I see one of them, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. That's not having love for your brother, man. You breaking one of the greatest commandments of all commandments. So you'll be called a liar in the Most High God's eyes. Keep reading.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh whom he hath not seen?
How you doing? You get our fire? You got a few minutes for us? Oh, she in motion. It's all right. But if you claim that you love your brother and you're not keeping the commandments, then your brother should hold you to the commandments. If not, your blood is on his hands. And if you on the other side of the fence where you feel like you're keeping all the commandments but you hate your brother, then you're a liar and you don't really love the Most High God. So what does that tell you to do, man? That tell you to be obedient, follow the Most High God, and have love for your brother. Because if my brother fall off, out of love, I'm supposed to rebuke him. Out of love, I'm supposed to encourage him to get back up and keep walking. Keep walking that righteous walk, man. Bring out the next precept.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, and verse number 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard to show your brother some love. And if it is, that means you got a lot of pride. You are a prideful, stubborn brother. If it just irritates you, you see an Israelite brother walking by and you can't even ask the brother how you doing. Right. You can't say good day. Right. You can't say, man, what's up, man? How's it going? Because that brother could be going through some things. And just the fact of you acknowledging that brother, just the fact of you showing concern, it'll change a brother's mind frame. There's been times where I was going through it, man. And I'm one of them people who like to overthink about a lot of things. But, you know, I had a brother call me and check up on me, and we just got to talking, and the conversation made me feel a lot better. I'm like, dang, man, my biological, you know, my earthly brothers, not my spiritual brothers, but my earthly brothers, those brothers, you know, they too young and they still in the world. They still got some learning to do. They, you know, teenagers, they like to run around, make TikToks and stuff like that. But when you get to a certain age, man, you see the importance of that brotherly love, sticking together, you know, showing love to one another. You see how important it is. And this world would be a lot different if we all abide by that law. We all abide by that rule. You got the next precept for me? Yeah. Because we gonna show why it's so hard. We seen the problem. We gonna show why it's like how it is, man. Why a brother can't show no love to it? Why we can't show love to each other? Why we still got congregations who claim they follow all the laws they, you know, that they preaching and that they're teaching the other followers, but you're breaking one of the greatest ones, evidently, publicly. I can literally pull up videos where one of the biggest congregations is breaking one of the greatest commandments. Go ahead and bring that up.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Deuteronomy 28, in verse number 1 or 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So at a point in time, our forefathers, we didn't hearken to the voice of the Most High God to do all his commandments. And not doing so, it caused us to be cursed as people, as a nation. We have been cursed by the Most High God. And let's see what one of those curses are. Go down to verse 54. We're going to see what one of those curses are.
Verse 54, Deuteronomy chapter 28. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
We're going to stop right there because that's the part that matters. That's the part that matters according to the conversation that we had. You know, all the scripture, all the law is good. All the scriptures are good, but we got to focus on that part. Because if you can't show love to your brother, man, how you gonna show love to a weaker vessel like your woman? And we hear from I know those brothers who are married and have wives, we hear from our wives all the time. You don't show no affection. You're not in touch. You don't know. You know, it's certain things that a man he struggle to do, and that's to show emotion. You know, I had family members pass away and I didn't drop one tear. I didn't have things happen to me in life and I didn't show no emotion. She show emotion when they forget they forget to take the salt off the fries at McDonald's or something. She's all riled up. But somebody passed away and I'm like, okay, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You know, I gotta feed the family. So we gotta change that, man. Don't be scared to show emotion when it is called for. And I'm not talking about them ignorant fleshly emotions. I'm talking about love, compassion, you know, sincerity, pity. Show that to your nation, man, to your brothers. Because it's going to help you show it to your family, to your children. If you can show it to your brother, you can prove the Most High that you love him. You got that precept for me? All right, bring it up.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse number 7. Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you.
All right. So the Most High is saying there's no new commandment. It's all been said before. It's all been written before, right? That's what the word is saying. It's all been said before. It's all been written before.
But an old commandment, which you have heard from the beginning.
So you Israelites who wasn't listening back then, your forefathers wasn't listening back then, so now I got to repeat it to you. That's what I heard. I already gave y'all this commandment, but since y'all wasn't listening, I got to give it to y'all again.
The old commandment is the word, which you have heard from the beginning. Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you, because the darkness is past, and the true light now shining. He that saith he is in the light, and hated his brother, is in darkness even until now.
So the ones who say that they're in light, they're in truth, they walk in righteously, but they hate their brother, they still like a blind man in the dark. They still in the dark. They don't see anything. They are trying to deceive themselves as if they're in the light, as they're righteous. But the truth is, you still wandering around in the dark. Keep reading.
Verse number 9. He that saith he is in the light, and hated his brother, he is in darkness even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him.
So those things that normally causes a brother to stumble, they're not going to be seen as anything to a brother who have love, compassion for his brother, who hold his brother accountable. Because again, I brought out 1 John 5 and 3 for a reason, to show you what true love is, keeping these commandments. So if a brother is keeping the commandments, and I love my brother, so I'm going to tell him to keep the commandments, we ain't going to stumble and fall on the normal things that these brothers is falling and stumbling over. We going to see that, like, you see that, right? You see that on the floor? All right, we're going to scoot over the other way and we're going to keep walking. But it's some people who, you know, they don't have that type of love for their brother. They'll let their brother crash out. And I know with some of them, they won't even, it's not just let you crash out or do something that could literally throw your whole life away. They'll encourage you to do it. Oh, you see how he was looking at you, man? Oh yeah, man, we gonna have to get up with him. You see how you see her over there, man? You should go holler at her. Your girl ain't gonna know. Brothers will literally encourage you to stumble. They literally encourage you to fall. And that's why we gotta show love to our brother, man. We gotta show love to one another as a nation. God.
Verse 11. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because the darkness hath blinded his eyes.
So you become blind and you don't have a sense of direction in this world. You'll be lost. Without your brother having your back, man, you're gonna be lost. Because when things get tough and you're tested, when you're going through those trials and tribulations, it's gonna get a little dim. You know, sometimes you get a little weak in the faith. It's not that you don't believe, but you're going through so much going on in your life, man. You're like, man, it's getting hard out here, man. It's getting hard. But if you got that brother, he's walking righteously, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and he got love for you, man. He gonna be like, all right, bro, hey, we gonna get through this together. I ain't gonna allow you to walk in the darkness and not have a sense of direction. And now you done wandered off somewhere. Now you on drugs. You done lost your job. You going through whatever you going through. I'm not gonna allow you to go out like that. That's that love that I'm talking about. That's that love that I'm talking about. You got that precept for me? Go on and bring it out.
So Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 1. Let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
So we gotta let brotherly love continue. And it says, don't be that brother who, I don't know that brother, so I ain't gonna talk to him. Because that could very much well be an Israelite. That could very much well be an angel. That could be a brother that the Most High God sent to you so you can edify that brother, so you can put his life on the straight. And you, just because you don't know him, just because he just passing through, you scared to talk to him. Or you, I don't mess with him. I only mess with my brothers in my congregation.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. That don't make no sense. We don't stray away from anybody. How are you going to be exalted above all nations on the face of the earth, but you scared to talk to a pedestrian? If this is the Most High, if the Most High God gave you everything, you inherited everything through Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you shouldn't be scared to talk to no fleshly human. I don't care what nation they from. You walk by them and say something to you, and I'm gonna let you know that we God's chosen people. I don't care where you're from. You know what I mean? So we got to get away from that, man. We came out here to wake up the lost sheep. If we came out here to wake up the lost sheep, we're gonna continue to talk and counsel with our people that we see. We got that next precept, you know. So what? Bring it on.
The book of Mark, chapter 12, and verse number 31. And the second is like namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these.
And a lot of these congregations struggle on one of the greatest commandments. The Most High told us that the rest of the commandments hang on those two commandments. To love the Most High God with all your heart, all your soul, all your might. And then it's to love your brother. If you can't do those two, how can you do everything else? Those are the ones you want to start with. Those are the ones that are the greatest out of all of them. So us, as God's chosen people, Israelites, you so-called Hispanics, you natives, you so-called black, start with those two. I know we like to give out the other commandments that brothers can keep, but we need to show them the two greatest commandments as well. Because how can you love God but hate your brother? It don't work that way. It don't work that way. Can't do one without the other. You got yeah, bring that up.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
All right, so he said you should not hate your brother, you should rebuke your brother. And some brothers, unfortunately, they take the rebuke as hate. I don't know why. When a brother try to correct you, sometimes you get a little offended. But you gotta understand, that's your flesh. Because your flesh wants you to do whatever you want to do. But your spirit is gonna be delighted that you've been corrected. Your spirit gonna be like, man, thank you, because, hey, we was on the wrong path. You know what I mean? Your conscience and your spirit is gonna sit well with you. It's gonna resonate with you. That's why a lot of the times when you correcting a brother, they get offensive. They jump to offense because you're rebuking them, but you're doing it out of love. But those brothers don't understand that. But once you sit down, you talk to your brother and give them a little time, they're gonna understand, like, oh yeah, I see what you mean. Especially if you pull up a book, chapter, and verse, you give him a scripture, he can't argue with that. He probably can argue with you, but he definitely can't argue with the Most High God.
Right.
He can't argue with the word, man. Especially if it says it in the law, what is there else to talk about? I say that all the time. If it's in the law, what are we even discussing? You know you're not supposed to be doing that. You know what I mean? You know you're not supposed to be condoning anything like that. If it's in the law, what are we talking about? There's nothing else to say, man. You need to repent, and you need to get back to what you were doing. And that's keeping the law. There's more on that? Or is that it?
Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not set a sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
And that's in the law. That is the law. That is Leviticus. You can't hold no grudges against your brother, and we see it all the time. A lot of murders and a lot of crime that are happening within our nation are built on vengeance, bro. One person has something done to them, and then they'll do something to someone else, then they'll do something back. They're literally having a grudge match. They literally have vengeance towards each other. But vengeance is the Most High God's. It's not ours. You know what I mean? But that's how a lot of brothers are being killed out here in these streets. It's because, hey man, he killed my friend, so I'm gonna go kill his sister, and then, oh, he killed my sister, so I'm gonna go kill his friend, and it just keep going on and on. With these gangs, with these brothers who ain't got no type of guidance. But you gotta be smarter than that. If they had somebody in their ear telling them the right way, it wouldn't be happening. It wouldn't be continuing. Our people don't want to listen. We try to tell them right, what? They get offensive. But we doing it out of love. You got that precept? All right. We're going to end it off on this. Bring it on.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse number 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courageous.
And we're going to read that a little slow and break it down, but that's a powerful precept. Because again, like I said at the beginning, this is a team sport. Loving the Most High God is a team sport. If it wasn't, he wouldn't tell us to love our brother. He wouldn't tell us to gather yourselves together. He wouldn't say when there's two or more gathered, it would just say, hey, you can just go about your business by yourself. Why is it giving all of these hints to unity? Why is it giving all these hints to brotherly love, to gathering, to congregating? It's because it's a team sport, man. We can't do it without each other. It ain't gonna just be one name on the gate in the kingdom. We can't just get through one gate. It's gonna be 12 gates. It's gonna be 144,000 that are sealed. There's gonna be tons of Israelites in the kingdom, not just one person roaming around by itself. Go and bring that precept out again.
Look at 1 Peter, chapter 3, and verse number 8. Finally, be ye all of one mind.
So, my brother, if something on his mind, he shouldn't be so prideful to say, man, hey, I'm gonna deal with this by myself. And if I got something going on, I shouldn't be prideful to say, hey, bro, let me speak to you, man. We gotta talk about something. Not just that, but if something happens, we should have the same instincts. We should think much alike. Our first instinct should always be, what would the Most High God say? What does the Most High God say about this? What does the Most High God need us to do? If we all thinking like that, we should be directed. We should be going in the same direction, right? If we all start with the Most High God, like the Word tells us to, and that He gonna direct our path, then we should all be walking in the same path. We can't say we following the same God, but you all the way over there, and the rest of the congregation over here. We don't know who you're following, because the law told us to do this, so we going this way. Whoever you're listening to telling you to go the opposite way of what the Most High God is telling you to do. We should have one mind. Keep reading.
Having compassion one of another, love as brethren, be pitiful, be courageous.
You got to be pitiful and courageous. So if your brother going through something, you should be able to understand what your brother going through. If your brother like, man, I don't know what else to do, you got to be there for your brother, man. Show some pity. Don't be like, man, get up. You know better. You know that brother could be ready to end his life or end somebody else's life. You got to be there for your brother, but at the same time, you got to be courageous. Because the Most High God, He ain't raising no punks, man. We got to be courageous. We can't be scared and afraid of nothing. Our nation is powerful, not because we are great in number. It's because the Most High God is on our side. That's why we're great. That's what makes us so mighty. And we're courageous. We are fearless with the Most High God on our side. Because we know we can never lose a battle or a war as long as we believe in the Most High God and we got faith in Him. So that's my time. Shabbat shalom. You got something you want to bring out?
Just to add it to what you were saying.
We can bring it up.
It's Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. If there be therefore any consolation in the Mashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels of mercies, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in the Mashiach Yahushai, who being in the form of Yahweh, thought it not robbery to be equal to Yahweh, but made himself no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross.
God, that was powerful. That was real powerful. Because the Most High God, He wants us to be on one accord. He wants us to be like-minded. And you should be gassing your brother up and encouraging your brother on the walk more than you puffing yourself up. It said you should be esteemed to your brother more than yourself. You should be more concerned with what your brother is going through more than yourself. Because if I got my brother back, he should have my back. If I see what my brother doing, he doing something good, man, I should tell him, hey man, keep going. Don't let nothing knock you off your pivot. Don't let nothing knock you off your walk. You're doing good. Because when I'm doing good, I ain't gonna have to puff myself up and exalt myself. My brothers is gonna do it. They gonna say, hey man, we see what you're doing, man. You're doing a good job. You should be more esteemed with your brother versus yourself, as Yahushua was. Yahushua was what? He was a blameless sacrifice already. He was already a perfect sacrifice. So if he's already perfect, he ain't breaking no laws. Why did he die? Why did he die on the cross? For his brothers, for his nation. That's why. He didn't do it for himself. So we gotta have the same thought process. We gotta have the same thought process. We out here waking up the sheep, not because that's our salvation, because everybody gotta work out their own salvation. But we doing it because we believe that the Most High God sent His Son to die for us. So we gonna do the same. We gonna put our life on the line for our people. We gonna sacrifice our effort and our time for our people. And we gonna wake up our people. Anybody we see, we gonna give them the edification that they need. You got another precept? Bring it up.
So this is Deuteronomy 22:1, and bringing this out because it shows you the importance through the law that the Most High wants you to have brotherhood with your people. It's Deuteronomy 22 verse 1. Thou shalt not see thy brother's ox or his sheep go astray and hide thyself from them. Thou shalt in any wise, any case, bring them again unto thy brother. And if thy brother be not nigh unto thee, or if thou know him not, then thou shalt bring it unto thine own house, and it shall be with thee until thy brothers seek after it. And thou shalt restore it to him again. In like matter thou shalt do it with his ass, and so shalt thou do with his raiment, and with all the lost things of thy brothers, which ye have lost, and thou hast found, shalt thou do likewise. Thou mayest not hide thyself.
So if your brother loses something, or when your brother not around, you should still have that level of integrity to do the right thing by your brother, even when nobody's around. You know what I mean? So if your brother, he ain't in the same room as you, or even if it's not even in the same room, if your brother is somebody having a conversation about your congregation, or in this case, since we're speaking on the entire nation, let's go bigger than a congregation. Let's say it's a brother, and somebody speaking about your brother in general. He should be okay. You know what I mean? You should tell the people, hey, you know, he's striving to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You should speak highly of your brother. But in some cases, with these congregations, Those congregations are out doing the work of the Most High God, and other congregations are bashing them. They quick to debate them. They trying to exalt a small fraction of Israel as if those are the chosen people. That's not how it works. We don't do that with one another. Sometimes when brothers ain't in the room, brothers is speaking real slick about them. Gossiping. Just running their mouth. We can't do that. You know what I mean? We gotta know how to cherish our brother's belongings and our brother's word, his reputation, as if it was ours. Because if we both believe in the same God, we striving to keep the same laws, then we should cherish each other's spirit, not just our belongings, but our spirit. Our spirit is bigger and greater than anything. That's why it says if you let your brother go off, his blood is on your hands, because you should be treating his walk like your walk. You should be encouraging him to do good as he's encouraging you to do good. So if your brother stumble and fall, you should treat it like you stumble and fell. It should hurt you the same way to see your brother going through what he's going through. And you should encourage him to get up and keep going. You got a precept?
Going into what you were saying earlier about, you shouldn't boast about yourself because your brothers is going to do it, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth, a stranger, and not thy own lips. So just like the brother was saying, if you get puffed up in the spirit thinking that you're better, wiser, smarter, no one's on your level in this walk, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get thrown down by the Most High God. We all on the same level at the end of the day. I don't care how many prophecies you know. I don't care how much reading you do throughout the day. I don't care about none of that. If you're not keeping the second greatest commandment, which is to love your brother like you love yourself, then nothing else matters. So don't sit here boosting yourself up like you mightier than all. When we all the same. We all reaching the same thing, and that's to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and get to the kingdom, man.
Got anything, King? Hey, they over there working, so we just gonna keep bringing out, and hope the Most High God bring us another fish. We caught our fish early, so we just bringing out the word, man. You ready?
This is going into what you were saying, It's 1 Corinthians 12 and verse number 25. That there should be no schism in the body, but that the members should have the same care one for another. So like a schism is like a deformity, right? So there should be no one liking in the body of my shop. Verse 26, it says, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Or one member be honored, all the members rejoice with it. So like the brother Mayan was saying, we have to rejoice together. We have to be taking care of each other's walk, bearing each other's burdens. Because in the black community, we love to do that. Get some money, in the rap game, go back with a Benz, you know what I mean, with some chains and watches. Meanwhile, brother across the street hungry. Verse 27, it says, now ye are the body of Mashiach, and members in particular. And Yahweh has sent some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healings, help, governments, diversities of tongues.
That was powerful, King. That was powerful. Because the body is the what? It's the church. It's the congregation. And we shouldn't have one member, which we don't know which part of the body we're just the body. I might be the ear, you might be the finger, he might be the foot, but we make up the body. So we can't allow one member to fall off or one member to be hindered and it not affect us. And we don't try to correct it. We don't try to fix it. We can't let that happen. We got to treat us as we are all one. We should have the same like mind. You got something else? Bring it up.
The book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the way you want to be treated is the same way you should be treating your brothers and sisters. And I was telling myself this about maybe 5-6 days ago. If if I don't care about my health, how do I care about my brothers, right? I have to care about my health enough to show how much I love them. That shows that I love my brothers, right? I want to change myself and be better so I can be there for my brothers, right? So I can do for my brothers what they need, or protection. The Bible says that Judah is going to be the protection to all the rest of the nation, or tribes. So if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I don't really love my brothers. So we have to do what we want done to us. We have to do to others what we want done to us. You treat somebody bad, you better expect that same treatment back to you, man. But if you're doing something mighty, you know what I'm saying, for your brothers, for your sisters, and even for the children, man, right? The Most High God will see that, and you're going to be treated just as such. That was Luke 6:31.
There you go. All right, you ain't got no more precepts? The message is just let brotherly love continue, show your brother love, and that's going to help build your faith. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Alright, so let's just shoot. I guess we chilling until you. Alright.
First Peter chapter 2 and verse number 17. Honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. Hey, straight up and down, that's what it's all about, man. Love the brotherhood. This right here, this is the most beautiful thing that the Most High God could have did for us. There was a time where I would walk on the sidewalk next to my brother and I would mad dog him. And if he said something, hey, we was gonna catch the fade. But we shouldn't be like that towards one another. I should see my brother and be like, what's going on, King? How was your day? You need any money, man? How you hungry? We should be taking care of one another. We should be loving one another. And that's how you honor the king, man. How about Shem Yahushua?
Come.
This is Psalms 133 and 1. It says, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard that went down to the skirts of his garments. So the Most High is saying how good and beautiful it is for brothers to be in unity. You know, it feels like getting fresh out the shower and putting on your favorite oil. You know what I mean? And black people, we gotta be smart. You know, smarter than we are as a community. You know what I mean? Because Esau, what he do is, out of all the rappers in the hoods, they choose that one, kind of bring them up, give them some money, give them a contract, and then the rest of our people look at that brother with animosity. They want to rob him. They want to do all these different things to him. Literally, you know that's just your enemy putting up with y'all doing. Everybody rapping. So he's putting up somebody that was rapping to put in your face, find your face, and look, he made it, but you didn't. And then you just fall for the trap, and now you hit your brother. And you'll rob anybody you see with a little bit of money. You know, if he got a job, saved up his money, got a nice car, you looking at him like you look at the rapper. I'm just trying to buy the break. You know, so black people, you gotta be smarter than that as a people.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse number 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Yahushua said unto him, I say unto thee, until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which had taken the account of his servants. So this is important because your brother may do something against you, right? And it may offend you. It may make you feel a certain way. But if your brother comes to you with a genuine heart, apologizes and really mean it, the Lord said you got to forgive him, man. Forgive him, forgive him, forgive him. And keep forgiving him. Who are you to take vengeance in your own hand? The Lord is going to take vengeance. If your brother doing you wrong and he's doing it with what do you call that? A snake heart, a sneaky heart, right? He's just forgiving you, a deceiving heart. He's only doing it because, you know, hey, this brother got money, so if I keep being good with him, he's gonna keep helping me out. But really, I hate this money, right? Hey, the Lord gonna handle that, man. The Lord gonna deal with that. Vengeance is of the Most High God. But until then, we all chasing the kingdom. So do what the second greatest commandment has told you. Just love your brother. The Bible says to give and do it without complaining. Do it without being mad. And this brother always calling me for some help. I'm tired of this, man. When he gonna get a job? Right? When he gonna do something for his life? Well, why don't you be the light for that brother and help him get a job? Right? Help that brother grow in the spirit. Right? Be there for that brother when he calls you. You know, don't just look at the phone like, damn, here he go calling again. But 2K25 is more important right now. I gotta master my build right now, man. Oh man, the brotherhood comes first, man. Love your brother. It's simple. Love your brother. Bring it up.
Going into what the brother was saying, Ecclesiastes 4 and verse 9. It says, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, then one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
See, and this goes right back into what the brother was saying earlier. You know, brothers that want to stay home, don't feel like they got to come together, unite with the brothers, gather together. And when you alone and you fall, that's it. There's no hand there to help you get out of that drowning water. You don't have brothers to help you. You got to let go of that pride and know, hey, I can call this brother. Even though he may not be able to help me physically, he may be able to help me mentally, spiritually. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. This is why we're here for each other. This is why the Most High God set us up for each other, right? We have to be here for each other, man. How you doing, King? You love God? How do you love God? That's right. That's a mighty, mighty answer, King. All right, what's your name? Jazz? My name is Chicago Ball. Nice to meet you. Let me show you something real quick. Read 1 John 5 and 3. 1 John 5 and 3. I'm gonna have him read it.
1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God,
This is how you love God.
that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So grievous means they're not hard. So God said, if you want to show that you love me, you got to keep my commandments, right? Do you eat pork? Do you eat crab? Do you eat crab, shrimp, or lobster? You do? All right, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Give me Leviticus 11. That old man tried to jump out. Give me Leviticus 11.